Yes, yes, yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Front. My name is Zayn, joined here for the Manchester United versus Chelsea preview with my good friend Ernest. Ernest, how you doing, mate?
All good, mate. All good. How you doing?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad at all. How you feeling? Feeling good?
Feeling good, man. Ready to get into the meat and potatoes.
I hear that, man. I hear it. I hear it. Well, before we get into everything, everybody, please make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new, please, guys. Does do a lot for us. A relatively new channel building up now. So get those likes in, get the support in, and help your boys out. But yeah, honest man, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. There's a lot to talk about today, really. I guess obviously we don't want to drift off too much or on too many tangents, given that it's a match preview. But I feel like this game obviously is coming at a crucial time, very very big. This game, not even just this game, to be honest, man. The following two games afterwards, we got what was it? We got Brentford, and then we got Sunderland at home, right?
Yeah, Sunderland and Brentford.
So this is the thing, man. So I feel like these next three games, man, they carry. I think, yeah, I feel like it's not just on this game, but we'll get into it all. So I think I'll start by saying, obviously, people that watch the channel will know my stance. Really, I'm more of a take the patient route. I think we've been down the route of getting rid of managers and doing this and this and this and that, and being a bit too reactionary. But yeah, for me, I think, yeah, I don't think Amarim's future should be, hell bent and decided on this game tomorrow. I think I think you need to give him at least 10 games this season to really show what he's made of. And I feel like the next three games are really crucial. I think even if he wins, if he manages to win and doesn't perform well against Brentford and Sunderland, then I think he's in trouble. And the journalists are all over this one right now, so it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. But what do you reckon, man? What do you think?
I mean, this is it, man. These three games. Last chance to ruin for Amarim. Um,
Last chance.
he needs to win some games of football, bro. You can talk about improvement and performance and XG tables and this and that. At the end of the day, the league table matters, bro. The league table's not looking nice for us. And it's not been looking nice. We've gone from third with Ten Hag to seventh with Ten Hag to 15th with Amarim. Bro, you know what the next stop is? Kassam away.
Relegation.
Kassam away, bro. That's the
Casamo
next stop.
away.
Kassam Stadium away days.
Yeah, man. I
And I
hear it,
think
man. I hear it. You know what?
he's got to win. He's got to win. Both Chelsea game, you know what? I don't think this is going to be the one that sacks him. If anything sacks him, it'll be the two games afterwards, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
If he draws at Old Trafford with Chelsea, which, has a good chance of happening, we draw with them all the time, he'll be all right until the next two games. If he doesn't win those two games, he's in trouble.
So you think those two games are must-win games? Yeah.
They're must-win games. If you're telling me Brentford and Sunderland aren't must-win games, then your standards are through the floor.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. I hear it. I don't listen. What I don't think what you're saying is crazy. By the way, I think for me, Brentford and Sunderland really are the two must-win games. But okay, let me paint you a little scenario. So say we go tomorrow, play relatively okay. Nothing special. We haven't done anything crazy. A bit like the Fulham performance. Create some good chances. You know what I mean? But like pretty toothless, really, especially in the second half. And then we go. We lose. We lose to Chelsea, and then we win our next two and comfortable wins. We smash Brentford. I don't think it'll happen, by the way, but we smash Brentford, and then we smash Sunderland afterwards. Where does that leave you in terms of Amber?
It'll take some pressure off him, but I'm still, I don't know, man. I've watched 10 months of mediocrity. Two good performances is not gonna, it's not gonna change anything really. But and it's also a big if. We haven't smashed anyone with Amrim except like who was it? Real Sociedad in
Yeah,
Premier
yeah,
League.
I was gonna say that.
That's it.
That was 4-1, wasn't it? 3-0 in the first
That's the
leg,
only team
4-1
we
in the
smashed
second
under
leg.
Amrim. So I
Yeah.
can't see that happening, bro. Like in a dream world, maybe it happens and great. You know what I mean? We score some goals, smash some teams, good to see. But let's look at it realistically, and it's not gonna happen, bro. Nothing that we've done this season shows that that's gonna happen.
See, I actually agree. I actually disagree with that because listen, I know. You know, let's put it into context. If we look solely at the results, then I get, you know, what I mean, especially considering you're looking at it from the 10 months Amrin has been at United, then I completely see your point. But I think for me, it goes a bit more. It goes a bit more than that, especially into this year. So I think most people were in the camp of we're going to back the manager and we're going to stick with the manager at the end of last season, right? They're like, he hasn't had a transfer window, give him the summer transfer window, and we'll we'll see how we get on next year, right? I feel like because it's safe to say the majority of the fans been the same boat. Now we're 4 games in the Premier League. We've won one, we've drawn, and we've lost 2. And those losses came to City and Arsenal.
Okay, but let's look at the
Now,
winner of those losses. That
what was
City
that, sorry?
performance that was pathetic.
I hear that. We didn't play very well against City, but we also we actually did play very well against Arsenal. So, what my point is that although we haven't seen excellent results this season, I think it is quite like it makes sense to lose to Arsenal and City, considering that they're pretty much 2 of the best teams in the league. Is that safe to say? Like you wouldn't be mad at that.
No, but when you look at our squad, right, so obviously last year I was with you. Amarim, we'll give him the start of the season, we'll give him a window, get some players in.
Yeah.
We got rid of the bomb squad, we got some players in. The only reason we look slightly better now is because we got slightly better players. I don't think the general ideas or play are working any better than they did last year. And also, if you look at our squad on paper now, it's not a squad that should be struggling against Fulham. It's not a squad that should be struggling against Brentford. And it's not a squad that should be rolling over against Man City. You know what I mean? So they should at least be competitive in these games or beating these teams.
I hear that. But the only thing against Fulham, we were competitive. We could have been 3-0 up comfortably
We
at
should
half
beat
time.
Fulham.
We
We should
won.
beat Fulham. But we should be
Huh?
competitive with City.
I get it, man. I get it. But you know what? Let's not go too much into it. I'm out. I feel like we'll be here all day, considering I feel like the 2 of us in complete different headspaces over that one. But I do think the next 3 games they are significant, especially considering that there's what an international break, and then what after that? I think
Liverpool,
is it
Anfield.
Liverpool?
Yeah, Anfield.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. He's been dealt a tough hand, man. I can't lie. He's been this season. Our start has actually been horrendous, man. But you know what? It is what it is.
Let's look at Chelsea now.
It can't always.
What do you
Hmm?
reckon? Chelsea, where do you think we can do the damage tomorrow?
To be honest, man, I feel like Chelsea, in my opinion, haven't looked as good as I thought they would look. So they haven't looked terrible. They haven't looked bad, but I feel like they have been underwhelming. I guess. Like I watched their first game of the season. What they played against Palace.
Yeah,
There was nothing really in there. If anything, they probably kind of got away with it with that. I think it was that city
free
free kick
kick.
and all
Yeah,
all that kind of rubbish. So like they didn't look that great. Now it's not to say Palace aren't a good team. Palace, had a decent season last season, but you'd expect a team like Chelsea who just won the Conference League, just won the Club World Cup, finished in the top 4 at home, Stamford Bridge. You expect them to win that game. And then again, even the Fulham game, they did not look convincing, man. Like I watched that game. They won the game. They did what we couldn't do, so fair play. But again, if you watch the game, they again didn't look that good. They didn't look terrible, but they didn't look that great. So I feel like they've had a bit of a shaky start to the season. And so I feel like there is holes in their game, man. I feel like there's holes in their game. I think we can catch them. People are making stupid mistakes. I think this game will probably come down to I don't want to speak too soon, man, but I mean, maybe some individual errors here and there, maybe a penalty, maybe something stupid like that. Do you know what I mean? But no team is really convincing right now, whether it be United or Chelsea, in my opinion.
I do think
What
it'll
do you
be
reckon?
closer than people think. I think I'm predicting a draw. I think it will be a
Yeah.
draw. So I can't see us winning because I can't see us scoring more than one goal. But I also can't see us keeping out more than one goal. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be a close game. It'll be cagey. It's going to be moments of brilliance probably again. I just feel like their players are more capable of it than our players. If you know what I mean. I feel like it's not Bruno or Mbuemo. It's looking slow.
Looking slow, looking slow. I hear that, man. I hear that. I don't know, man. I think I've got a bit of toxic positivity. I think some unknown reason. I just think after the way, like you said, I think you pretty much smashed it with the term you used, rolled over against City. I feel like coming back to Old Trafford,
It
they
has to
need
be.
to do something.
It has to be a reaction.
There has to be a reaction. If there's no
Has to.
reaction, it's a problem. You know what I mean? There has to be a reaction, and I think we will see a reaction.
And I
I
need to
think
see
I
the
think we
manager
definitely will see it.
adapting. I need to see the manager adapting, bro. I'm tired of losing and going to the press conference and hearing, "I will not change. Nothing is going to change. They want to change. They change the man." I'm tired of it, bro. You've got to adapt. Every manager in the league adapts, bro. Every manager. That's all I'm asking for. A bit of adapting, a bit of, tinkering to try and win games.
So you say adapting. So I feel like Amrin does change in game what he does. But so what you like, sometimes you see us go into like a back four. You see it's not as five at the back, you see it's literally just three at the back. Man, hell, sometimes you see it almost looks like two at the back. Like he mixes up his game plan depending on how the game is going. So I personally consider that as adapting. Do you mean adapting in terms of his starting philosophy, or do you mean in-game management also?
I mean, in-game management also. I feel like what you're talking about, that is his philosophy. Like, changing the formation like that, maybe leaving three center backs. That's not like adapting. He does that every game. You know what I mean? I'm talking about adapting to what your position is doing.
Yeah.
Um, and
Don't you think that is what he's doing? Maybe he's not doing it well. Maybe he's not doing
if
it
he's
very
not doing
well,
it
but
well,
don't
that's another problem altogether. But I just feel like what you're talking about is like he does that in every single game. If you have like the big settings, and then his reaction to when we need a goal is to someone Harry Maguire every game. Just stick a big guy up front, brother. I don't need
yeah,
Christian Badgers to come up with that idea.
hear that. Hear
I
that.
need him to, you know what I mean? I need to see some different. I don't know how to describe it, bro, but it feels like we'll start off a game well. The other team will adapt to what we're doing, and then for the rest of the game, it's just them. It's just them. It's just them. It's just them. You know?
Yeah. I hear it. I hear it. You know what? You think it's a good argument. It is a good argument. Like that's why I feel like I do quite enjoy this argument in general because, like, I do see both sides of the coin. You know what I mean? Like I do get it from the other side. I have my opinions, but I do appreciate and understand other opinions on it as well. And it is fair because at the end of the day, results haven't been good enough. But back to the question you asked me, how do you think we can exploit Chelsea?
Yeah. What do you reckon?
I think it's looking like Mbeumo on that long ball, quick attack, quick break, I think could just cause a bit of headache, you know what I mean? Because Kukurea likes to push up quite high. Um, I feel like, that could ultimately leave them exposed on a fast break. And then, we just have to do something we're not very good at doing, and that's, score some goals. But other than
I
that,
think
I'm
we
not
need to
too
flood the
sure.
box. I think we need to flood the box. I don't think their centre backs are like the strongest people in their team.
Yeah.
I think if we flood the box, because if we just keep Sesko in there on his own, nothing's going to happen, bro. We're going to cross it over his head, cross it near post. We need to load up the box so the defenders have more to think about than just, oh, Sesko's in the middle. You
Yeah,
know?
no, I hear that. I hear that.
Good quality deliveries today because, man, that City game was sad. We got into some great crossing positions, too short, over the back post, off the pitch. Brother.
It's the same story, man. It's the same
Brother.
story. It's tough. It's tough. But you know what? Speaking of, I was about to get into Dorgu and the guys that are putting the balls in. So let's actually have a look at the lineup. So this is the predicted lineup here. We're going with. So this is I think there are quite a few changes here. I think he goes with Altai in goal. I don't think he had a terrible game against City. I think after the game I was just pissed. So I was smashing him on the player ratings pause. But you know what I mean? Like I was just vexed. So I think with Bayern there, I think he picks Bayern there again. I don't think he's just gonna give him the game and sack him off. I do think he does need to start getting so how do you even say his name? Le Mans into the team, but I don't know when that's going to happen. I think the back three really picks itself. Not that Shaw's great, but I think he's probably going to, stick to that. Yoro, Delict, Shaw, Ahmad, and Dorgu. I think Mazraoui had a chance at right wing back the other day against City, and I think he was pretty trash, to be honest.
Really.
So I don't see him starting him there. I think the only time I see him actually starting him is if he puts Euro left centre back and plays Mazraoui right centre back. But yeah, not gonna lie, man. I think Manu comes back in. I think Manu looked good when he came on against City. We looked terrible. He came on. I feel like he started, being a bit more creative, doing a few things, some good little spells, runs on the ball. He's press resistant, good at retaining possession, things like that. So I think Manu and Casemiro might be the play, man. I know you said earlier. I think what Cunha and Mount are fit again, aren't they?
Yeah, Cunha Mount fit again.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I don't know if he just chucks them straight back in because I think, he knows he needs them for the rest of the season, especially
Mhm.
Cunha, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't really see him just throwing Cunha straight in there. And I think Sesko definitely starts as well.
I think the big thing you've got there is you've got Bruno in one of the tens.
Um, yeah, man. I think it's one of them. I think it's one of them ones, man, where like it makes sense that if you're gonna go with, what I mean, Embuemo, Sesko, and you're not really trusting Ugarte. You're not really sure you're going to play at left 10. It means playing. I'm not going to lie, he could easily bang Mazraoui in there and Ahmad left 10. You know what I mean? He's done that before. It seemed like his preferred choice to put Bruno at 10, but also when he did it, it didn't work. Really, did it? You know what I mean? We played against a good team and we were punished. Like, we looked rubbish, we looked shaky. So, and also Ahmad, I'm not gonna lie, man. I love my boy Ahmad, man, but he's suffered a little bit this season and he's been struggling a little bit. So, again, he didn't do himself any favors, I guess, in that game either. So I don't know, man. I think he might mix up the medicine a little bit. He knows Bruno can play that position. He can play it well. You know what I mean? He can keep that Ahmad and Mbeumo link up on the wing. Bruno can be that floating cam-ish, left 10, floating in and about, doing what he wants to do. And then I think, he could go for Menu and Casemiro in midfield. I don't think Ugarte plays for at least 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
I
So
hope he never plays again.
what do you reckon, though, man? What do you reckon of the lineup? What do you think he'd actually go with, man? Like,
He should go with this because if when Bremo and Ahmad are both on that side, Kukurea is going to be pinned back the whole game. He's not going to be able to get forward as much. He's going to have that threat of them two both running at him. I think, yeah, Mainu's a big shout from you. We'll see. If he's stubborn and not play, he should. He should play Mainu. I think he should play Mainu.
yeah,
Whether he will or not, we'll see. That's the big question. It's a weird sort of
yeah, no,
saga that started this the Mainu Amarim thing. Like, sort of came out of nowhere. And he
I
always, he
hear it,
always,
man. I feel like, sorry, go on.
he always sort of bashes Mainu in his interviews. He's always sort of saying he can improve, and he only says it for Mainu. He doesn't say it for any other player.
Yeah,
So we'll see, man.
yeah,
I hope he starts him because Mainu's a great player.
yeah. I think Manu is great, man. I think Manu is a solid player. I think he's, what I mean, he's locked in. He's just. I feel like he hasn't had much of a run this season, and I think that he will naturally give him, some. I feel like he needs to start a game, and I feel like right now,
Right? This guy's got
I feel
nothing to
like
lose. He
he's.
should start him.
Uh,
Amarim's got nothing to lose, bro. Yeah, you should start him.
the thing is, I feel like it also just like shut a lot of people up. He didn't do it as a straight reaction to when everybody's like, "Oh, why aren't you paying Manu? Why aren't you paying Manu?" He stuck to, he made his point. He's like, "I'll do what I think is best," and that's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not against that. Like, end of the day, he's the manager of the team. This is his decision. So, as long as you back the manager, you got to back. I mean, that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, I hear you.
oh, I just think I think in this situation, man, I think like it'd actually be probably a decent little game because their midfield is stacked, don't get me wrong, and they are solid, but he's good on the ball, you know what I mean? And he's such an intelligent footballer, man. So like, yeah, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. It's interesting, but
Yeah, I think Casemiro has to come
we'll
back
see.
in.
I guess Yeah, but we'll see tomorrow. We'll see what he goes with tomorrow. Obviously, I'll be down at the game, so I'm praying we get a win tomorrow, man. But I need it, man. I actually need it. You know, I was speaking to COWLEY earlier, and we were literally just talking, saying like, you know what, man, I just can't be asked, bro, for another whole week of just Amram this, Amram this, Amram that, Amram in everyone. That's all everyone's talking about. Every journalist, every fan page on Twitter, every fan channel. You know what I mean? You and I are talking about it right now. It's going
Yeah,
to be a match preview. We spent probably a good like 5 or so minutes just talking about Amram. So yeah, it's a tough one, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, man, I just can't be asked, man. I just want to see us win and just push on for the next 2 games, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think we can go on to win the next 3 games. I don't think that's a crazy take. I think the only crazy-ish one is Chelsea. But at the same time, like I said, man, I don't really back them like that. So
man. If
I
your
think we'll see,
prediction
man.
came
We'll
through,
see.
you'd be undefeated, 100% win record, top of the table this season. Like you predicted a win for every single game this year.
No, man, you know what, man? You know what it is? Because I feel like, you know what, man? I feel like we actually haven't been as bad as everyone um
We've not been
is
shocking, but
saying.
we're not winning games, and we need to win games. That's why at the moment results are important for Amram, and performances are also important later down the line. But he just needs to pick up points, bro. Win games.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in total agreement with that, man. Like, end of the day, you can play as good as you want, but if you're not winning the games, then what's the point? So it is about results, but I think for me, the reason why I keep predicting the wins is is it because I'm just gassed? I'm doing this, yeah, we'll do it. He'll this, he'll this, he'll turn our reds around. Like it's not that. It's not that. For me, it comes from a place of you're going to eventually start scoring the goals. When you're creating this many chances, when you're getting, control over some games the way we have done, especially like against Arsenal, against Fulham, especially in that first half, like if you're doing that consistently, the goals will come. You know what I mean? You will get the rub of the green on those days and you will get them goals and you'll get the results. So that's why I keep thinking it just needs to land. It just needs to hit.
Mm,
So and I feel like every game I'm chasing that. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this is
yeah,
gonna be the game where it lands. And then I just hope we push on from there. But speaking of this game, so we know tomorrow, 5:30, Old Trafford, under the lights. It's
under the
gonna
light,
be it's gonna be a game, man. It's gonna be a good game, hopefully, man. Hopefully it's not too boring. But tell me, what do you think, man? What's your score prediction?
man. They got dangerous players, man. They got Cole Palmer, João Pedro, Esteval. All these guys can do something on their day. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. That's my prediction. After all that talk about winning the game, I'll go for a 1-1 draw. Keep
Keeping it humble, man. Keeping it humble.
it a humble, man.
Yeah, you know what, man? 1-1 is a very likely outcome of the game. Uh like you did say, they do have some clutch players, man. They got some solid players in there, so it's not crazy. It's not crazy. I'm gonna go with 2-1 to Manchester United. I think there'll be a reaction, man. I think there'll be a reaction. I think we'll come out, and I feel like if we can just score first, I feel like I can really dictate the game for us, man.
Mm.
Like you have to remember, these guys played again like the what Wednesday night, like in
Yeah,
a
but
tough game against Bayern. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys, I'm speaking. I had the chat Cowley had yesterday with the Chelsea fan, man like McCurdy. Shout out to McCurdy, but he said to him like McCurdy said, Enzo looked knackered. Like he's like these guys need a rest. Like they're tired. Do you know what I mean? So
mm,
I fancy us, man. I think it's gonna be 2-1. I think it's gonna be and Mbeumo's gonna get a goal tomorrow, man. I can see it. I think it's gonna be probably Mbeumo and Bruno for me, man.
I've taken Ahmad out my fancy team, so that means he's probably going to score on the weekend. So that's my prediction for the
Yeah,
goal scorer.
I hear that, man. I hear that. But yeah, listen, I think we'll round out there, guys. Everyone, please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. A lot of good content coming out tomorrow. Me, Cowley, and E. Are going to be at the game in Manchester, so there'll be a lot of hopefully some decent match review and some other content's coming out. Next week we'll be back on the podcast. Ernest will be holding down the watch along for tomorrow. I think. Right.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. This is why I
You will
start,
be there.
promising
You will
you on
be
the
there.
watch along, and you're not even on it. But yeah, nah. So Ernest will be on the watch along tomorrow, so he'll keep you guys company. But yeah, big up everyone. Shout out to you, Ernest, as well, man. Shout out to the rest of the boys and
Peace.
United. Come on.